Shiba, what steps do I take to become more self-aware of my emotional? Oh, I love this question. Let me repeat the question. What steps do I have to take to become more self-aware of my emotional state? Magnificent question. This is like the crux of for everything. So, um, our conscious brain uh, is only, according to modern neurology, only active about 5% of the day, maximum, only about 5% of the day. Everything else is subconscious. So the trick is looking, right? What you do, Sheba, is it's a process, but what you do is, um, like let's say you took, I'll show you a little trick, age old trick, elastic, right? You put one on your wrist, or if you wear a watch, Dr. Daly taught me you can put like a little dot, something like a little sticky thing. Or if you're looking at neuro linguistic programming, they have like they imprint a physical cue, a certain a finger way of holding your hand, something that it acts as a reminder. And the reminder you want is to ask yourself the question. You pause, you just pause. And if you have to, if you can, not when you're driving a car, close your eyes and just ask the question, how am I feeling? What am I feeling right now? You check in all through the day, maybe 2, 3 times an hour. What am I feeling? How am I feeling? So yesterday I had a beautiful day, but in the afternoon, as I was sitting, relaxing, a strange feeling came over me. So all I did was I didn't judge it good, bad, right, wrong, nothing. I just asked myself, what am I feeling? What is that? Now here's the trick. This is listen carefully. When you have a feeling, let's say you're angry, completely resist the tendency to say I shouldn't feel that. That's wrong, and that'll block and stop all your evolution. And we all do it, eh? We all do it. That's a part of the self. It's that self identity. As long as there's a self, that will always want to happen immediately. That's how the self stays alive. Self is an illusion, but it stays alive because it identifies. The mind identifies with the feeling or the thought, thinks that that's real, and then the story continues, and that low consciousness continues. So what happens is let's say you get angry. All you have to say is, "There's anger." If you just do that and look at it, it will very quickly die away. It'll just die away. You'll say, "There's anger," or you say, "There's fear, there's worry," and you pause and look at it. But the only way you'll pause and look at it is if you're aware. You have to be aware. And that's why you ask the question, and you can give yourself a prompt like you, ding, and it stings, and it's the reminder That's why I wrote my book. And in the book, you check, how am I sitting right now? And you become self aware of your posture. Do you look like a monkey, or do you look like a lady or a gentleman? How am I talking right now? What kind of voice am I using? One of the things that I used to do, because I was always angry for 30 years, furiously angry and underneath, eh? And then you'd go into 7-Eleven to buy something, and the guy's being rude to you. And it took me 20, 30 years to realize that's because of me. So you that when you see that guy or that lady reacting like that, you think, if you can reverse it, as soon as you see them acting like that, say, what am I doing? How am I presenting myself to this person? What am I feeling? What am I projecting? Because that's what they are. They're a mirror for us. That's a very good way to become more self-aware, is your relationships. Whenever you're interacting with anybody in the public, especially people who don't know you or your significant other, they're all mirrors, eh? So the mirror, if you become aware of it, if they're all everything is smooth and nice, you have to be smooth and nice. Otherwise, they won't. They'll be all rough and gruff and rude or distant, or you understand? That's why it was really exciting for me when little tiny children started to really like me. I'd be somewhere, some little child would come running up and just hug my leg. I used to terrify children, terrify them. They wouldn't come in 100 miles of me. Or if they looked at my face, they start crying because I was so full of anger. It's just, and the child feels that. So I knew something really changed in me when that started happening. Did that make sense? Did I answer that question?